What's up? It's Haterade. This is the Productive Producer. Just like always, gonna let you guys know, if you haven't checked it out yet, you should definitely check it out. It's called the Finishing Music Checklist, something that I put together that can really help you at least give you some good tips for finishing music and knowing what to do when you feel stuck and you feel like you don't know what to do to finish a song. So it'll help you finish songs faster, and you know what happens when you finish songs faster, you finish more songs. So let's get into today's video. So when I'm working with a client, usually they come to me, they have the problem of, I just don't know what to make. Like, I have the general idea, I want to make a certain type of music, but I just don't know what exactly where do I start? What am I supposed to put in first? Like, how do I even get something closely resembling that track? You know, like for some of us, that's a lot easier than others, especially newer guys, newer guys coming in, they just have a lot of problems with that. This is my surefire method to getting a track outlined as quickly as possible with little to no experience. Sort of like a cheat code almost. What I got here is I got my my remix for High Society. It's called "Give You More." It's one of my favorite remixes I've done in a while. But we're gonna use that as the reference track today. So we're gonna say I want to make a song like this. Like, let's say that I don't know how to produce and I want to get started. I want to get something close to this. Well, we're not going to get into all the sound design aspects because that varies track to track, right? If I told you how to make this sound specifically for this song, may not apply for your song when you want to make another type of sound. The best way to learn how to make music is to emulate other people. Let's get started adding some simple locators, okay? So you've probably seen this in another video in the past. You've probably watched a video of some guy, coming in and setting locators all throughout the track. I set a key command up here for the set button, so I can start right here just by clicking right there, and I can press Y and then set a locator right there. And I'm gonna rename this one intro, okay? And I want to set these anytime there's a major change in the song. Anytime there's a major change, and I'm talking about one of the main elements drops out, or there's an energy shift in the song, right? Some guys they'll make locators here. They'll be like, oh, I'm gonna make one here, then we're gonna set one here, then we're gonna set one here. Like it doesn't make sense that there's so many. It kind of defeats the purpose. It's typically 8 to 16 bars. Something changes in a song, so you can kind of see that visually here on the track here. When I play it. You can see right there is the big change, right? New instruments are added. Some other elements have been taken away. So we're gonna label this one. Breakdown. Okay, so right here, some people might be tempted to set another locator point right here. I don't think you need to, right? We just add, there's some like a break loop that gets added in there, but there's no real fundamental change in that part of the song. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna skip that part and then add another one right here. And this one, because this one's where the build starts, right? We add a new vocal. There's that last note line is repeating. There's a riser. that's signaling a signal change. So we're gonna or a shift in the energy. Okay, and then there's the drop right there. So like we could do that. We could do this exercise for a little bit further until we have the whole thing mapped out. But I think you guys get the idea. So the next thing you could be thinking is like, okay, yeah, but like I mapped out the sections, but like I don't know what key do I write in? What key or what BPM do I write in? Well, I mean, in this case, like I got this one set to the project BPM. Just go right in. Use the project BPM. Use the key of the song. I mean, there's only a finite amount of keys to write in anyways. You might as well just go in and use the key and BPM of the original. You've mapped out your song. You've decided what key and what BPM it's in. How can we take this one step further? One way that we can get a little bit more out of this reference track too is map out the drum pattern. If we map out the drum pattern, like we still got our reference tracks soloed, so we won't hear these drums. But so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to listen and watch the playhead go across and try to map out that drum pattern with this kick and snare. Okay, so it sounds like, yeah, it goes one right there, another one there. You can probably guess there's going to be snares like that all the way across for this bar. It's like there's another snare here. Okay, cool. So let's copy that and see. So we got two kicks there. Okay, so right there, boom, we can just drop those in. Like it's pretty much clockwork from there. Like we've got our whole drum pattern, our drop drum pattern mapped out just like that. We can also take cues from the breakdown as well. Like if it sounds like there's a riser in here. Yeah, it sounds like there's like a sweep, so we could drop a sweep in there. Have it cut at the same exact time as well. Drop that. Sounds like there's maybe an impact there, so we could drop an impact. Oh, I'm putting this in the wrong group, aren't I? Drop that down there, and then we'll put an impact on the impacts channel. Oh, another impact there. Can guarantee you there's a sweep here. It's probably a long rise, just a pitch riser. We can even extend that out like that. And I mean, this is a simple, like a really, really simple way to do things, guys. Like it's not by any stretch going to be this, oh, your track's going to be done in like 30 minutes, but it gives you a head start, right? So when we take everything away, you're not looking at an empty canvas anymore. You're actually looking at something that you can work with. This is like, this is manageable, especially when you got both drops. Maybe you got some intro drums in here too that sound a little bit different. It just lightens the load just a little bit for you and gets you on your feet and gets the ball rolling for you. I hope this helps you guys. I hope that you guys get a lot out of this. If you've got any sort of tips along these lines, please share them in the comments. I'm always looking for ways to improve myself. So if you guys have any cool tips, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear them. So again, finishing music checklist in the description of this video. I hope to see you guys next week, next Friday, for the next video. Peace.